For those of you that don't know me, I'm Danny Max. I own Max Design, formerly known as Max Photo Booth Design. I've been building photo booths for years. You might have seen me at the various expos, photo booth expos, demonstrating those products. And over the past year, 2 years or so, people have been asking me, can you create something for the DJ market other than photo booths, something specifically for DJs? And I really like the look of these consoles, and I consulted with a number of different DJs on design elements, because I was a DJ, but we're talking a long time ago. So we were still using records, we were still using CDs. So I have the idea of what you would need, but I wanted to really consult with some of the industry leaders and get some really good input on these products. So some of you might have already seen this product online. It's been promoted. There is a great review video that actually DJ Rachel did that I'm sure a number of you have seen. And I'm just going to do a quick overview today of the various features of the different models. I'm going to touch photo booths a little bit. Now, throughout the presentation, if you have any questions, please feel free to join in. You can turn on your microphone and ask, or I have a very large monitor on the wall in front of me. So the best way actually is probably for you to type your question in the chat. You can click chat at the bottom of the screen, and I'll be able to read that and then answer any questions that you would have. So we're going to get started, and I'm going to introduce to you the Infinity DJ console. So the one that you see dead center right here is the Infinity XL. So we have two sizes. We have the XL and we have an L, which is the smaller version that you see located over here. Now, this one is facing forward. So as if I was DJing, this is what it would look like if you were the guest. So it would have the solid front. This one is turned around. So with here, you're going to see this is as if you were DJing and your interaction or your space. So we'll start with the XL and sort of explain some of the features. So this is, like I had said, the larger of the two consoles. This will fit pretty much any controller or setup out there, including the Denon Prime 4, which is pretty much the largest controller on the market at the moment, as well as Rain 12 and S9 or S11, the Technics 1200s turntables will all fit in this console here. The overall width is 54 inches. The depth of it here is 22. So there's a lot of real estate and a lot of space to put equipment in. The height of the unit from the floor to the top where your deck would start is 40 inches on this unit. Oh, I just saw a question, bigger screen. So what you want to do on Zoom is go in there and you can double click mine and it'll become larger and you'll be able to see it full screen. And let me see if I just, yeah, I'm spotlighted on here already. So you can make my screen larger. So the Infinity console, like I said, is 40 inch. The XL is 40 inches tall. On the inside, you have about 7 inches of depth for all your equipment, your controller, and all that. The L version, I'll just move forward. Notice how easily I picked that up. It's about 60 pounds. This is only 44 inches across, 17¼ inches wide, and about 6 inches deep. So this is more for your smaller controllers, but the largest size that you can fit in here is like your Pioneer DDJ 1000, the SRT, that controller, which is actually the control I have in the XL right now, but it will also fit in here, no problem. So I'm going to go through some of the features, and I can show you on the L version. So if you look inside the front right here, we have a 19-inch rack. So you can put any rack-mounted equipment that you would want in here, whether it's a power conditioner, your wireless mics, even a single-space mixer, if you wanted to have a bunch of additional inputs and microphones and that sort of thing. You'll notice the mounting system is our rail system here. And shortly, I'm going to go into more detail about how to put your controller into place. There's a laptop stand that can fit on either the left or right, or both. You can get an additional laptop. So I'm going to now put this back, and I'll show you some features of the XL. And I'm going to switch camera views. So now we have an overview or an overhead picture. The top plate is removable, and these are custom cut to whichever controller you have. So this is a DDJ1000 right now. So it's cut perfectly to hug this controller. The top plates easily pop off. They're in there nice and secure, but they're easy to remove. Now I have this unit fully wired right now. I'm going to move this out of the way. And you'll see that there's a lot of space on the inside. So even though that this is fully wired up, there's a ton of extra space still in here. If you look on the inside, I have a USB hub here. I have a wireless mic. It's a Shure dual wireless mic. Power conditioner on this side. And the laptop stand I have on the right-hand side right now. This is fully articulating and adjustable. You can rotate, move to different spots. The sides of the console have these cubbies. The cubby plates are removable, and you have a ton of storage on the inside of here. This side, I actually have a removable, or an optional, I should say, gooseneck. So this is our 25-inch gooseneck kit, and I'll go into a little bit more detail on that in a bit. The cubbies that come standard include a flat side, so they're reversible. So you can put the flat side down and you have a fully flat finished look. On the other side, since I use the Ape Labs products, I use the Ape Labs coins that are built into the console, there's a perfect cutout for the Ape Labs remote. So this can be placed, I'm going to move the laptop stand up top, and you have a mini lighting controller right here. If you don't like that look, all you do is flip it over. What also comes standard is this door. Now, this would be on your other side if the gooseneck was not here. Notice it's a solid panel, but if you were to flip it over, there's a spot here for your wireless mic. So you can put your wireless mic on the side and it won't roll. So it's nice and secure, stays here. We have some hooks that you can see. I just hung my wireless mic on the back, and there's also a hook here for my headphones. So I'm going to put the Ape Labs panel back in. And you can see the Ape Labs lights in the column. So I'm going to put the top back on. And I prepared a short video demonstrating how to mount your controller and how to adjust the controller. And it's really simple and it's really easy. So I'm going to go ahead and switch into that. It's about a 2-minute video, and check it out. Step 1, remove the top plate. Remove the side cubby tops. Raise the rails up using the thumb screws located on the left and right side. Take your controller, place it approximately in the center, Trim the Velcro to size. Take one side of the Velcro, place it on the rail. You want the soft side of the Velcro on the rail, and the hard side will be against your controller. Do the same thing on the opposite end. Remove the plastic strip and push the rail tight up against your controller. Do the same thing on the other side. Next, clamp down on the two lower screws only on one side of the rail system. Go to the other end and push nice and tight, locking the Velcro and adhesive in place. Take the top plate, place it on top, and now we're going to adjust the location of the controller front to back. So loosen the top screws in the L brackets, and you'll notice the controller will slide front to back. Using the top plate as a guide, get it perfectly lined up. You can leave the top plate in place, or you can remove it, whichever you find more convenient. Now that that's lined up, you want to tighten those screws again. So 2 on the right, and then 2 on the left-hand side. Now, loosen the screws on the lower side of the L brackets, and you'll notice the controller will slide left to right. Again, using the top plate as a guide, we're going to line that perfectly. Once it's lined up, tighten down on those 4 screws. Finally, we need to adjust the height. So put the top plate back in place. Go to one side, loosen the thumb screws, raise the rail up so the controller is flush with the cutout. Do the same thing on the opposite side. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you found this video very informative. You can visit us at maxpbdesign.com, and please. Okay, so that's a basic overview of how easy it is to install the controller into place. And you can see how incredibly sturdy and locked in it really is. So at this point, I'm going to open it up to a couple questions before I move on to a couple other things. So if you have a question, please feel free to chime in or go ahead and type it in the chat and I'll be able to read it there. All right, so question. What is the top plate made of? Good question. The entire DJ console and my photo booths are made of the same material. It's a structural grade 10 millimeter thick plastic composite. Sorry. It is a hard PVC on one side, what's called an expanded PVC in the center, and then another layer of the hard one on the edge. So you can kind of see it if I keep turning it like that. So you see the white, the black, and then the white. It is really strong stuff. I mean, you see, I'm really trying to bend that, and it's just an incredible thing. Is it water resistant? Yeah, it's waterproof. Actually, if you go back and check out my Facebook, I did a quick little video where I took one of these consoles and I threw it in my hot tub and I let it float around for a while. Some of you in this group probably also saw DJ Rachel's review video, and she did a whole bunch of torture tests, including taking the console sledding. So she slid down a hill in the console, no damage, no scratches, completely waterproof. She threw it in her bathtub and ran a shower on it. Tried staining it with wine or food coloring and just wiped right off. It's really a neat, good, durable material. Open it up if anyone else has any other questions, or I'll move on. Just give it a minute. Okay, great. So the difference between the two consoles is the height. Oh, we got one more question. Can the back of the DJ light. Are you asking about, does it light up with the same Ape Labs coins? It's the lights only shine toward the front. That's intentional. So all that light is aimed forward, and you're not lighting up behind you. It keeps a nice, clean look. I can absolutely share the link to Rachel's video. Absolutely. How does the Rain 12 system work? How does the rail system work with the Rain 12? Same way. It would be fully adjustable. You can put the side rails all the way on the end, but also when you're doing multiple components and not just one, you want to run Velcro underneath on the rails as well. And that's how you're able to lock in the larger controllers. There's any other questions? If not, we'll move on a little bit. The laptop stand is fully articulating. So if you prefer your laptop more toward the center, you can put it here. If you prefer it off to the side, you can do that. The height is fully adjustable. So I'm 6'1", and I have this set for me, and this is a very comfortable height. But I could still go about 3 inches taller on this if I wanted, or lower. There's a spot on the other side to also get a second laptop mount. So you could put a laptop there. You could use it for an iPad. You could use it for your notes, whatever you would want. So the console comes with one laptop stand, but you can get an additional one to add to it. They both Infinity consoles break down really easily, really quickly using a latch system. So I'm going to show you on the L version right here how it breaks down. I'll lower my camera. Okay. On the front, we have polycarbonate panels. They're attached with Velcro. Panels just pull off. Don't worry about the strength of these or these breaking. It's not acrylic, it's polycarbonate. And look how I'm bending this. It is not going to break. So these are very strong, very durable. I am going to grab my other camera, quickly show you the inside of the column. So if you look in the bottom, look at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see that there is this latch system. So all you do is open up the latches, and that's how the entire thing is assembled. So there's no screws, no tools, nothing to lose. It all just stays permanently in there. So on the top, there's 2 latches. We'll pull off the other panel. There are 2 more latches. And there's built-in carrying handles. You remove these side cubby tops, and that's it, to take it apart. So there's no screws, like I said, no tools, really easy. The bottom of the console in the base plate has a series of 3 latches on each one. That's exactly the same how it's assembled and disassembled. So I'm going to put this back together real quick. And that's it. That's how this thing is assembled. It's incredibly strong, incredibly durable, and it's not top heavy. So it might look top heavy because the top is larger, but in the base plate is a lot of bars of cold rolled steel. And that steel is what weighs it down and gives it the rigidity side to side. Any other questions? Yeah, so the front of the console can be lit up. The columns can, yes. The top here, no. I'm gonna dim the lights so you can see the columns lit up right now. So the columns are using those Ape Labs coin lights. And you can do a lot of different things with them. My favorite is their music mode or their sound active mode. And what that does is it'll actually dance to the music. So I don't have any music right now, but I'm just tapping on it, and you see that it is lighting up and changing colors based on the sound input. Turn that back off. Great. So that's basic overview of these booths. They break down and they fit into various different cases. Let me raise the camera back up. The L version, well, both of the columns, so the base and the columns, fit into the same case for the XL versus the L, because they share the same base and they share the same columns. And that is this case over here. It's a heavy duty injection molded Skb case. Got a flip up handle and wheels. So you can roll this around nice and easily. The top section of the L fits in this Skb case here. And this is what protects your controller and all your equipment, and what allows you to leave your controller and everything in place, because it's a really heavy duty, strong case. And it just saves you so much time for setup, not having to put your controller in and wire everything. Basically, you go there, run a couple XLR cables, your power cable. You might have some additional ones as well, and you're good to go. Now, the XL, the top of this would not fit in an Skb case. They don't have one that size. So if you look back here, it's a custom ATA road style road case that will fit the top of the XL. So that's the cases. I spoke about that I was going to talk about the gooseneck. So what's nice about the gooseneck here is you can remove your wireless mic. You don't have to unscrew it. You can just fold it, put it into place, and that's packed up. One of the requests that I got from a lot of DJs was, can we get a cup holder? Cup holder is a big thing. So I came out with a cubby top that has a built-in cup holder. It doesn't have any holes, so the condensation won't leak through to your gear. It'll all stay in here. It's a stainless steel cup. And this would just replace one of your side cubby holes and fit right into place there. So I'm going to set the mic back up, and let's see if there's any questions at this point. Feel free to type them or just turn on your mic and chime in. All right, I guess I'm covering everything well. So another thing that I manufacture and I build are photo booths. And I touched about it on the subject very briefly before, but if we're going to take a look in the corner over here, and let me change cameras. There we go. So this is what's called my Duo photo booth, or the Curve Duo. And what it is it's your typical roaming photo booth that has a built-in stand. So you can easily, with the handle, just remove the top, use this as a roaming photo booth, or set it up on its stand. It tilts, everything's battery powered. And now, one of the things I just recently released were these side pillar lights. And what they do is they add additional light, they're wireless, and they will work with your photo booth hand in hand. I'm going to do a quick video showing you how those side lights and everything can look. So I cut that a little bit short because it looks like we're running short on time. We're supposed to be done here around 8 o'clock. So I want to open it up to any questions about the consoles, the photo booths, any questions that you would have for me. So feel free to chime in with your microphone or type it in the comments to the side.
Hey, Danny, nice to see you, man. This is Diego from Acadaver Events. How you been?
Good, Diego. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Hi to everyone else. I wanted to say, first of all, great job. I have one of your photo booths already, so I know how durable they are and great they work. So I actually like them a lot. I joined because I'm also like during this year I've been learning a lot, taking advantage of the time that we're home to learn about DJing. So it's a great opportunity here where we can jump in. So I'll be in contact with you. I just wanted to find out about the LED pillars. Do you sell them by separately also, or do they have to come with a photo booth?
Yeah, great question. So the LED panels are sold individually. So they're $225 a piece, fully wireless. They're intelligent. They have a microchip in them. So they're $225. Do they have to work with the photo booth? No, you can use them independently based on what other softwares you're using, or you can control them manually using my app. Let's see, we have a question off to the side. Any future plans for a single column DJ booth? Yes, there is. It will be sort of a rack mount system. It'll be a single pedestal in the middle. It's, I don't know a release date, but I have had a lot of interest in it. So it's something that I'm definitely going to take a closer look at. Okay, it looks like we're running a little bit low on time. Howie, are you there? Are we out of time? Well, I guess he's not there. I'm going to be here all night, though.
Danny, one thing, sorry to interrupt you. The price, I don't know if you told us the price on each from the DJ side.
Yeah, definitely. So the pricing of the units is the L unit starts at $16.99. That does not include the cases. So the cases are an add-on. And I'm basically selling those cases at my cost because I want to offer a good option for my customers without having a ridiculously high price. So let's just say you wanted to be all in on an Infinity console L with cases, lights, everything. You're going to be under $2,500. The XL version is $200 more for the actual console. And then the cases are also an additional $200, which is just the additional cost of getting the custom-made road case.
Thank you, Dan. Great job, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So it looks like we're about out of time. Some of the other things are starting. Enjoy the education tonight. Thanks for tuning in. I will be here throughout the rest of the night, at least the next 2 hours or so. So if you want to stay in the room or you want to have any questions, just join the room and I'm glad to answer them or have a one-on-one chat with you. Great. Thank you, guys.